Very familiar scripture. But it gives us a wealth of knowledge. It gives us a very deep understanding of God. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please Him. How many of you know it now? But without faith it is impossible to please Him. Him being God. For he that comes to Him, to God, must believe that He is God. He's not John Doe. He's not a man limited to what a man can do. He's God. He that comes to God, to me. Can I just put me there? Not me, but me, God. Well, he that comes to me, God said, for he that comes to me must believe that I am who I say I am. And that I am a rewarder of them that diligently seek me. A rewarder. A rewarder of them that diligently seek me. But without faith it is impossible to please me. God's all about pleasure. God's all about pleasure. And we know that because He says to pleasure me, to please me. So God wants to be pleasured. And you know what God said? God said, if you will pleasure me, I'm going to pleasure you. I'm going to pleasure you. And in between pleasure God and us being pleasured by God is faith. It's a reward. And when we are rewarded with what we need and desire and want from God, which brings us pleasure because we brought God pleasure. Wow. In this chapter of Hebrews is called the Hall of Fame. I call it the Hall of Fame chapter of Hebrews. There are 16 people mentioned in this chapter. 15 great people that use great faith and a great God. 16. What does the number 16 mean? The number 16, it means a lot more, but I'm going to break it down for you. It simply means love. Simply means love. To simplify it equals out to love. Love. But 16 people was mentioned in Hebrews. 16 is the number of love. 16 times the name Jehovah is recorded in the Old Testament. When you go back to the translations of Jehovah Lord and Jehovah Jireh and Jehovah God, in places where it was used, even all through Psalms, 16 times. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8, only 4 verses, 16 times love is described. 16 times. In the 16th time, the greatest preacher that ever lived, the Apostle Paul, besides Jesus Christ, was the greatest man in the New Testament, in my opinion. His name is mentioned on the 16th time. He's called the beloved. Do you hear me, folks? Look at a picture formulated out of 16 people that believe God. 16 times He's Jehovah Jireh. My God, 16 times love is described and defined in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And now Paul is mentioned as the beloved 16 times. That the 16th time He's called the beloved. So what is faith? Faith is confidence. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is simply confidence. Do you have confidence? Do you have confidence that God is going to do what God said He would do? Do you have confidence? That is mainly what faith is. Now, an atheist is an agnostic. If they was to put their words into faith, it would read something like this. By faith we believe that the universe evolved from mindless matter. From mindless matter, so that order was accidentally emerged from chaos and put here by nobody. I don't have that kind of faith. How many of you know that takes a lot of faith? Brother Ronnie, that takes a lot of faith. You think about it. To think that chaos erupted from mindless matter and everything was put here by nobody. It all happened from nobody. So what is faith? Faith is confidence in God. Faith is confidence in knowing that if God said it, God will do it. So why do we doubt God? Why are we going around doubting God? In Ephesians chapter 16, we're going to get over to Mark chapter 11 in just a minute. In Ephesians chapter 16, I want you to follow the number 16. If you would, if you don't do nothing else, but make your little note about the number 16 and go home and look it up. The number 16. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 16. 6 is the number of man. 16. And above all, the Apostle Paul, beginning in verse 10, tells us to be strong in the Lord and in power of his might, put on the whole armor of God, so you can stand against the wiles of the devil. And then he goes and he lists all of the armor of God. And he says in verse 16, probably he didn't say it in 15, he didn't say it in 17, but the Holy Spirit of God put it right there in verse 16. He said, above all, circle that word all, above all, taking the shield of faith. The shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to withstand all. There's the word all 2 times in the same sentence. Taking the shield of faith, whereby ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the devil, of the enemy. How? By faith. By faith. Did you know if you get anything from God, it's going to be by faith? Paul said, we walk by faith and not by sight. We walk by faith and not by feeling. In Mark chapter 11, very familiar scriptures, in verse 23, Jesus at the end of the verse, he said, four words, have faith in God. And he said that because when they were walking through Jericho, Jesus had cursed the fig tree. If y'all remember the story about the fig tree? Jesus cursed the fig tree. And the next day, the Bible says, as they were walking back by that same way, Peter looked to yonder, looked ahead of the road as they were traveling, and he marveled that the fig tree had withered up. And he made comment, and Jesus didn't make the negative comment, as in, you doubted my word. I cursed that fig tree. What did you expect it to happen? What did you expect it to happen to you? Folks, if God says you're blessed and highly favored, what do you expect? If God says you are blessed, you're the head and not the tail, why do we want to walk around looking and acting and walking and talking like the tail? We're the head. Jesus, it was like a rebuke. You go back and read the story. Jesus said, have faith in God. In another place he said, where is your faith? my God. We can have what I call misplaced faith. Our faith is somewhere else. It's not here where it ought to be. It's there. No, it's not there. It's here. Well, it's not there. I moved it. It's now over here. Folks, we got to have our faith in what God said. Somebody say amen. We got to have our faith in this word. If God said it, my, you hear me? Folks, we got to let faith arise within us and know that our God will never fail us. Our God cannot lie. Our God knows K-N-O-W. You know. To spell out them nose because they accomplished. God don't know it. No, when he sees the right level of faith. Faith is what pleasures God. Faith is what moves God. God loves
not a lie in it. There's not a deceit in it. Now the devil's in it. But he's in his proper place. My. Do you hear me? He's in his proper place. God put him there. So the truth of God's word, it may cut and it may hurt, but it will never comfort you with a lie. Do you hear me? It will never comfort you with a lie. So therefore, take the truth, even if it may hurt, even if it may cut, and let God use that to expose the greater level of faith, to bring out of us, to bring out of you a greater measure of faith. Romans 12:3, God has dealt to every man a measure of faith. Now, did you know faith can grow? Faith can grow. You can have a little bit of faith, a lot bit of faith, somewhat of faith, or a whole lot of faith. You can have the faith that will force God to move in one way or another because God honors faith. If God don't seem to want to move, have faith in God. Have faith in God. Ephesians 6:16. 6 is the number of man. 16 shows up again. The Apostle Paul, the beloved, we spoke about that. 16 times Jehovah's mentioned in the Old Testament. 16 times. It even gets deeper. On the west wall or the east wall, I can't remember now, in Exodus, where they built the tabernacle, and they put 8 boards per side. And that makes 16 ends with sockets in them, the Bible says. You see, folks, there are some messages in Numbers. There are some powerful messages going on. And now in Ephesians 6:16, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the devil. When Jesus, in Mark chapter 6, I'm going to get to back to Mark 11 just a second. When Jesus entered the city, and the Bible says that he did not many works save lay hands on a few sick folk and heal them. That's verse 5, and verse 6 says, and he marveled. The King James uses the word marvel. He marveled at their unbelief. Did you know, we mentioned it, was it last Sunday? I believe it was last Sunday, in John the 7th chapter, verse 5, how that his own brothers did not believe that he was who he said he was. The Bible says, that even goes on saying it was James, the one that went and wrote the book of James. It was Jude. It was some of his own brothers. It was his stepbrothers, the stepbrothers of Christ. But they did not believe David. So carefully put it out there. Well, go show off your divinity. Go show off your ability and your power, Mr. Big Shot. That's in essence what they said. And in verse 5, we know that because the Bible said, for they believed not that he was who he was. You see, we were one way and talked another way and then believe a third way and doubt God and disbelieve God in the process. Folks, you can't do that and expect to get anything from God. What part of this book have you chosen to not believe? Luke 1:37. For with God, somebody say that with me. For with God. Notice it didn't say, I am God and I can do all things. He didn't say that. He's working with people now. He said, for with God. God said, I need you to cooperate. God says, I can do it if you'll just believe it. For with God, all things are possible. Everything's possible with God. In Mark chapter 11, verse 23, have faith in God. In verse 24, Jesus said, for verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he desired when he prayed. Now let's go back just a moment. For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say, whosoever, do you know that means me and you? Y'all quiet on me now. Somebody say praise the Lord. I don't like it when it's real quiet. For whosoever shall say, faith is voice activated. You know, they got technology out nowadays, equipment to where it just lays dormant until it hears a noise. And when it hears the noise, it starts moving. Like recorders, for example. You can just kind of lay the recorder down, put it on, and it does nothing. But once it hears a noise, it kicks on immediately and it starts recording. That's the way faith is. For verily I say unto you that whosoever shall say, you see, so if you say to the mountain be removed, expect it. But if you talk about the mountain and what a mountain it is, and I don't know what I'm going to do about it, then folks, that belittles your faith. Every step from a positive is a step toward the negative. Every step toward the negative is a defeat and a delete in your faith. Do you hear me? This is why I've often said it, and I don't mean it to sound ugly. Other people the same way. I don't like to pray for certain things because it weakens my faith. I don't believe God for certain things. I just don't. Maybe your faith is greater than mine. I don't know, but things that I really don't believe God is willing to do, I don't want to ask Him to do. Does that make me right? No, not necessarily. It could mean that God's wanting to do that. I just don't have the faith to believe that He will. We've all got areas where we doubt, and we need to do without. Because doubt will make us do without. We've got to learn that doing without because of doubt. When we remove the doubt, we'll remove the do without. When we believe, we can start to receive. Someone say amen. My. For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain. Folks, we have to talk to these slaves, you know. Some people would call us ridiculous. Some people call us name it and claim it, you know. Well, I'm not a name it and claim it, but I am a believer in God's Word. And Jesus said, whosoever shall say unto the mountain, be thou removed. He didn't say, listen, you take that mountain before the throne of grace. When I go back to heaven, I'm going to sprinkle the throne, and it's going to be sanctified once again, and you can approach the throne of grace. And when you do, you bring that mountain with you. And that's about what we do. We've got to learn how to take authority. Somebody say amen. We need to take authority over issues that are in our life. We, not God, but we need to take a stand. We, not God, need to say to the mountain. We, not God, need to believe that God will do what God said He will do. Why do we doubt? What is the point in doubting God? We really need to get a hold of this. God is not a man. Numbers 23:19. The author of this book is not a man. Don't y'all believe that? Y'all awful quiet this morning. Look at you never and ask, why you so quiet? Go ahead and ask, why you so quiet? Praise God. God is not a man. God is not a man. But man can schedule the activity, moving of God. And some don't believe that. I can give you a lot of examples. For time's sake I won't, but I'll give you one quickie. The thief on the cross. He lived his whole life in a hellish manner. He even railed on Christ on the cross. Read the story. Both of them on each side, and Jesus in the middle, caught up in their trash talk. And suddenly the earth quaked and all of the things happened. The guy come to his senses, and he changed his word. Verily I say unto you that whosoever shall say, words have created power. Words schedule divine activity. Words move God. Words move mountains. Words change the world. Words change your life. Words decide and determine the level of your faith. Think about it. He changed his behavior. He changed his words. And then he said, Lord, will you remember me when you come into your kingdom? That's what he said. It's in the book. It's in God's book. Not a man. God's not a man. This is This is a guidebook. Will you remember me when you come into your kingdom? And there hanged deity. And he had the authority to tell him, today you will be with me in paradise. Today, he was on his way to hell. He was on his words, just a couple of sentences, folks, changed his destiny. And now Jesus walks in upper Hades, and there's Job and all the patriarchs, Isaac and Abraham and Moses and Joseph, all the great men of God, and Jesus moved to the third heaven with that captivity. But when he walked in, he said, we now have a blood covenant, bless God. And now you just have faith in the rugged cross and what I did for you, and here's a witness. Real criminal. My. Folks, his words changed. So your words have had great effect in the spirit world. Your words will affect your own personal walk with God. You walk around talking about defeat and depression and all kinds of negative things. Folks, thoughts have a presence. Can I get a witness? Thoughts have a presence. You can ride down the road and tell if somebody's arguing over in the parking lot just by looking at them. And then take a second glance, I think they're arguing. You ride down the road and somebody must have just told a funny joke. Because you see you see their thoughts. Their thoughts become actions. You see, a thought is nothing more than a thought, but it still has a presence because it brings out of you what was there to start with. And what needs to be there is what God said, so that we can talk what God said, say what God said, and get what God's got. When we learn how to do that, we are mountain movers. Did you know you're a mountain mover? Brother, you're a mountain mover. We are a mountain mover. You know what I think about when I think about mountain movers? One of my first jobs years ago was kind of a pie job. A man that had lost his driver's license from DWIs, way back in the 70s. And all he needed was somebody to get. He made good money. He had his own little business, logging business. And he had his bulldozers and his little boys, his trucks to haul them on. And all he needed was somebody to drive him around. And because he got so many tickets, he was afraid to keep driving, So he paid me a good salary just to drive him around. So that was my job. And when I dropped him off, I had to stay there unless he wanted me to go to the store or something. So I'd just kick him out and do whatever I wanted to do. I'd just kick around there on the job site and do whatever. But he'd be way out there with his bulldozer. Big old bulldozer. Always been fast. I mean, they'd take that bulldozer and it moved slow. And it just moved slow. But then it'd turn just like this. Then it'd turn back just like this. And then right just a little bit. Now there's that tree. And that's why they call it bulldozer. It just bulldozed right over that tree. Great old big mountain of dirt. Here he goes. And he'll take about 3 bites, about over here and about over here. And next thing you know, plows right through the middle. And that great big mountain has now been dispersed. And now he just takes his bulldozer and levels it out. So when I think about this scripture, whosoever shall say to this mountain, be thou removed. We want God to help us to move these mountains. God's given us the authority and the ability to move the mountain. God wants us to talk to the mountain about him instead of talk to him about the mountain. We all know that. But when I think about that scripture, I think to myself about that bulldozer. Bulldozer. And it just chugging along real slow. My Lord, it would just run all over that tree. And then he'd back up and get this corner of the tree and get that corner of the root. And next thing you know, the whole root's up. Now he pushes it anywhere he wants it to go. We have that. Our faith ought to be like that bulldozer. Just push it up here and push it up there and push it in the middle. And we rock it and we rock it. Next thing you know, the mountain is starting to move. Do you hear me, folks? We can move the mountains with our faith. All we got to do is have faith in God. Wow. That's what I think of when I think about the mountain. And how do we move a mountain? Whosoever shall say unto the mountain, be thou removed. Wait a minute. Not just move. Sister Gill, here's what we end up doing. We got to, after a few years, we got a little faith about it. So, brother, what we did is, we moved it all right. We just moved it from here to there. That's all we did. You know, when we get up the next day, and bless God, the mountain's still there. It's just in a different place. It was there, but now it's here. That's the truth. That's not what he meant when he said, be thou removed. He said, be moved into the sea. Folks, we can move it out of our lives. Whatever you're going through, all you need is faith in God to get you through. Your faith in God will get you through. Your faith in God will move that mountain. Your faith in God with your correct behavior and your correct thought will move mountains. Now, it's not just faith in God. You've got to keep that in mind. It's not just the faith, because the Bible didn't say if you have faith as the seed of a grain of mustard, the mountain will move. Whosoever shall say unto that mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea. A lot of God's children are facing mountains and circumstances and situations and all kinds of elements that we have the authority and the power to dispose of. All we need to do is elevate our faith and talk to that mountain and command that mountain to be removed and to be cast into the outer sea, never to be remembered again. Go back and lose our television audience. God bless you. Hope to see you next week. And now